I want to talk failure. Very often, we determine whether something is a success or failure based on like a moment or something that comes at the very end of a long process. Over the weekend, I was watching the women's US gymnastics team compete in the Paris Olympics. They were doing qualifications for the various events, and Jade Carey, who won the floor routine in Tokyo, she won gold, got up to perform her qualifying event for floor routine, and she took a fall. And she wasn't able then to defend her medal. And I had this overwhelming feeling of just like, oh my gosh, so much effort and work was put into getting to the place where she could actually compete in the Paris Olympics, even to be in a qualifying event. And that was it. It was over. But she had done so much. And there's so much to celebrate. But we could call it a failure or what was it all for if she didn't succeed there? So there's 3 things that I want to share with you about how you can shift your approach to your goals so that you aren't in that situation where you feel like if my moment doesn't go the way I want it to go, it feels like a failure. And so this pertains to things, if you're in the job search, right? You get to that interview, you go through that whole process and you aren't selected. You launch a new product and it doesn't sell the way that you had hoped. Perhaps you have something else you're working towards and the outcome isn't what you were wishing for. So 3 things. First, you must enjoy the process. If you aren't enjoying the time you're spending working towards this goal, then you're gonna likely resent the time you spent if you don't succeed at the end. Right? And you don't have to love every single part of it, but you have to love enough of it and enjoy enough of it that you won't be resentful. The second thing is recognize your progress. So along the way, be intentional, take stock. Where have I grown? What have I learned? Where was I 2 weeks ago to where I am today, 3 months ago, 3 years ago? But take stock so you can actually see, oh, things are changing. I am learning. I am growing. And the last thing is to celebrate along the way. When I work with clients, we celebrate many steps in the job search process. Not only did you get the job. So we celebrate that you got a conversation with a recruiter. We celebrate that you had an interview. We celebrate that you pushed yourself past the discomfort of reaching out and networking. So if you do these 3 things and stop this, I'm gonna make, a determination of success or failure based on the very end of the process, I think that you will feel much more fulfilled in how you're spending your time and really ease up on some of those feelings of failure, resentment, the real frustration of like, what was it all for?